Hi DIYers, this is Michael from Alarm Grid, and today I'm going to be showing you how to program a key fob into a 2 gig GC2e security system. Now the 2 gig GC2e, it uses 345 megahertz key fobs. Some examples of key fobs you would use, the ones we have today, the 2 gig Key 2 345 and the Honeywell 58344. They're both 4-button key fobs that work great with the GC2e. The GC2e and the GC3e also support the encrypted Key 2e 345, and that's an encrypted version of the Key 2 345. They all enroll the same way. With the Key 2e, you do want to make sure you get the correct equipment code for the device. That's very important for the E-series sensors. But like I said, they all enroll the same way. If you are using a 58344, which we are today, you're going to have it in low security mode with the green LED. You can't use it with in high security mode with the red LED. And you'll also see, as I go through this, that you can only trigger a panic on the 2 gig key fobs, the Key 2 and the Key 2e. You can't trigger a panic on the 58344. But I'll demonstrate that as we go through it. But we have a lot of programming today. So I'm going to do the first one kind of in more detail, and then I'll breeze through the second one just to kind of give you a recap. So we're at the main screen of the 2 gig GC2e. We're going to choose the 2 gig logo in the bottom right corner, and then we're entering our installer code. Ours is at the default 1561. Then we're going to choose system configuration. And now we're going to get to the key fob section here, and that's question number 3. So we can press skip twice to get to section 3 for key fob, or you can press go to and then enter in 03 to get to that question number. But we're at the proper slot here. You can use the left and right arrows to scroll between different key fob slots. You can have up to 8 on the system, by the way. It says it right there, 1 to 8. And we're just going to start with key fob slot 1 for our programming. And so now we want to set it to enabled, because if you have this at disabled for fob 1 use, then that key fob slot will be inactive. So we want this key fob to be active, so we'll press enabled. And then we're setting the equipment code. We're going to do the Key 2e key fob first. Let's take it out of the box. That's probably a good idea. And so for the 2 gig ones, you can definitely find the proper equipment code. And that's what it is right there, 0866 for the Key 2 345. That's exactly the one we want. Just to show you, you have an existing one. That's the one we'll be using for the Honeywell one. And you also have the E-series option over here. And that's about it. But we'll keep ours at the proper one. There, press the down arrow. Now we're enrolling the serial number for the key fob. So to do this, for auto enrollment, you press Shift and then Learn. And then it's going to be waiting for an RF transmission signal. So we're just going to press and hold the button on the key fob. And it learned in the serial number successfully. We'll press OK. And press down to continue. And now equipment age, new or existing, really doesn't matter. That has absolutely no effect in there. It's just for your own record keeping. Now we're setting the emergency key for the key fob, and I'm going to be testing the emergency functions on the fob just to show you what happens. So we'll set ours to an audible alarm, so that way it works successfully. We're going to be setting off a siren in a little bit, but we'll press the down arrow to continue. And then set key fob to be able to disarm. If you want to be able to disarm using the key fob, then you want to have this enabled. If you had this disabled, then you wouldn't be able to disarm the system using the key fob. You would have to use the main panel or alarm.com or a keypad or a key fob that is set to disarm. But we want ours to be able to disarm, so we'll keep that enabled. And this is where you would build the voice descriptor. This is how the panel will identify the key fob. It sort of serves as the name. You can use the left and right arrows to scroll between different words in there. You can press the forward arrow to go to the next word. So we can scroll through those a little bit. Back, forward. If you press insert, then it will add a new word. It starts at abort, and you can scroll through them. Or you can enter in a 3-digit code. We'll press 60, and that gets us to driveway. And then we can scroll through it as needed. If we enter 90, then we get to foil. So lots of options in there. But we don't want a third word, so we'll press this box with the X in it to delete. And we're fine with key fob 1 as the name, so we'll press next. And then it's going to take us to the summary screen. We're fine with our changes, so we'll press skip. And now we want to do the next key fob. It takes us to the next question by default. So we're going to press go to, and then we'll do 03 for key fobs. And we're going to enroll the second key fob now. So we'll go to key fob slot 2, and I'll just go through this really quickly. We want it enabled. We're going to set it to an existing key fob remote because there is no Honeywell option in here. And now we're learning in the serial number, Shift, Learn, We gotta get our Honeywell 5834 out of the box here. And so here it is. And it's probably tough to see, but if you look closely, it does have a green LED when you light up. Otherwise, if it's red, then that means it's in high security mode. You need to have it in low security mode to be used with the GC2e for the Honeywell key fobs. So we're good with the serial number there, so we'll press OK. We'll go to the next question. New or existing, we'll keep it at new. Emergency key, I'm going to show you that this doesn't work on the Honeywell key fob, but we'll set it to audible alarm. And then we want our key fob to be able to disarm, and we're fine with that as the voice descriptor. And we don't want a delay for arming, so those are the changes that we're making to the system. We'll press skip. Now we're done with everything, so we're going to press end in the bottom right corner once you've finished enrolling your key fobs. You want to make sure the Save Changes box is marked to apply the changes to the system. Press exit. It's going to reboot the system. That's normal. It's just taking the time to configure the settings and get everything proper so that way we can use the key fobs. So I'll give you a quick demonstration once the system boots up.
System disarmed. Ready to arm.
Which, there we go. We got the verbal announcement from the GC2e letting us know that it's ready, but it is still waiting for the screen to appear. So the system's ready to arm. And so we have the key fob here. We'll try arming stay first.
Arming stay.
You see it did arm stay, and now we'll press the disarm button.
System disarmed. Ready to arm.
Now let's try arming away with the Honeywell key fob.
Arming away. Exit now.
You see it gave us the option. We'll disarm.
System disarmed. Ready to arm.
Now I just want to show you the panic functions on the key fob and how it doesn't work on the Honeywell one, but it will work on the 2 gig one. Now you might think that the star key is how you would trigger the panic, but it's actually the top 2 buttons here. But I'll show you both just to prove it. So we're not getting any results when we press the star key, nor when we press the top 2 keys at the same time. So we can't trigger a panic using this key fob. But we can using this key fob. So first of all, this one doesn't do anything, the bottom right button, the star button. But when I press these top 2 buttons, it's going to trigger an alarm on the system. So if you're wearing headphones, be careful here. We're going to trigger an audible alarm right now.
Alarm. Key fob. 1.
And there, it took a little bit, but it did go through. So we're going to press the 111 buttons.
Disarmed. Ready to arm.
That was the default master code, by the way, 1111, how we disarmed. But it is sending a cancel transmission, letting the central station know that we did cancel the alarm. Even though the report was sent out, we'd probably still get a phone call. In which case, make sure to know your false alarm passcode if you do this. Or put your system on test mode before testing this. That's really the best option. Don't cause false alarms. So now we'll press OK. And we do get the message stating that an alarm had occurred because we triggered one. We'll clear the alarm history there. And so that's how you would trigger a panic. You press the top 2 buttons on the 2 gig key fob. But that's how you program a key fob to a 2 gig GC2e security system. You can use the Honeywell 5834, the Key2e 345, and the Key2 345. They all work great. So if you have any questions about the 2 gig GC2e or key fobs, or about alarm monitoring service, send an email to support@alarmgrid.com, and we'd love to help you out. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up below to like the video, and remember to subscribe to our channel for updates on future videos. We hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.